robe he usually wears. That is Squilliam Fancyson III's robe. Why would Squidward have this? Unless they were more than just classmates.
Oh no, they were getting freaky! No!
This is a certified hood classic.
You think everything funny for that YouTube shit?
Bro, I'm not being funny, bro.
We ain't cool, bro.
My boy Gio Finesse. My boy Gio Finesse, man. I want to give a special shout out to my boy Gio Finesse. Just because I just made a poll, I just made a status, I asked y'all, what should we be doing on the channel, man? What should we be doing? What should we be streaming? What should we be watching? SpongeBob Conspiracies was number one. It was number one, and it still is number one right now. Hell of a boss is right behind there. So we're gonna be doing that. So I just wanna ask y'all real quick, okay? So over on the channel, we're gonna be doing the SpongeBob Conspiracies, but I wanna ask y'all over on the channel, would y'all want to see me start over from Hell of a Boss all the way from season 1? I've already watched 3 episodes, right? I'm being honest with y'all, I've already watched that. And I had it on the channel a while back, but it had to be taken down at the time. Should we start Hell of a Boss over on the channel from episode 1? I could talk my shit. We're gonna really watch SpongeBob Conspiracies number 1, okay, my boys? Man, y'all make sure y'all say what's up to YouTube, man. Let's get started with it.
I'm Squilliam Fancyson, Squilliam Fancyson!
Squilliam Fancyson III is Squidward's rival from high school band class.
So, I just took my private yacht across my private lake to my private heliport.
He's more wealthy, popular, and talented than Squidward, and he always rubs it in his face.
That's right. I'm living your dreams, Squidward.
What is that, like his cousin or something and shit? Like, I mean, look, this nigga's ugly as hell, boy. And they were a little lazy when they made this man, bro. They gonna get this man a little mustache on the top, boy. How you got a mustache on your motherfucking wrinkles at the top, boy? What the hell didn't happen, boy? They didn't like it, ugly ass.
Oh, just succeeding in everything you failed in.
But I intend to prove that he's a fraud, using his wealth to make himself seem more popular and talented than he actually is. He goes to ridiculously extreme and expensive lengths to humiliate Squidward and show his superiority, and I'm gonna prove it. SpongeBob is one of my favorite shows from my childhood. Even going back now and rewatching the old ones, it still holds up. You might think, it's just a kid's show, there's no continuity, there's nothing worth theorizing about, but the show constantly brings back characters and references to previous episodes. And if you look closely, you can connect the dots and find some very interesting stories. And today, I'm going to prove that Squilliam Fancyson III is a manipulative fraud.
Okay.
Evidence number 1, the pet hospital.
We gotta see this, my boy.
We first meet Squilliam in season 2, episode 15, Band Geeks. The episode opens with Squidward playing the clarinet and getting a knock on the door.
Yeah, we're with the pet hospital down the street, and I understand you have a dying animal on the premises.
Damn!
Immediately after, Squidward gets a call from Squilliam.
That's fucked up.
Hello, you've reached the house of unrecognized talent.
Hey, real quick. I'm gonna be honest with y'all though. Look at Squidward real quick. Just look at him. Look at this man. I'm not trying to joan. I'm not trying to talk shit. Just look at this man. Just give a good look at him. Now, look, understand, I remember back in the day, way back in the day, when I was coming up, I used to be like, Squidward is an asshole. That's what I used to think when I was coming up, when I was a kid. I'm like, okay, SpongeBob is great, Patrick is great, Mr. Krabs is cool. He's the asshole. Him. That boy right there. As I've been growing, as I've been getting older, as I've been getting wiser, as I've been starting to take a lot of bullshit, when I was taking a lot of bullshit from jobs and 9-to-5s, back when I was working in the 9-to-5, bro, I started to feel more like Squidward. I started to understand exactly what that man was going through. The reason why he talked, hello, subscribe my around to dance. No, boy, your fat ass nose got you to talk like that. But I'm just saying, bro, I started to understand his pain. His pain, my boys.
Please start after that. Sounds as though you've got a dying animal to attend to, eh, old chum?
I believe that not only was Squilliam spying on Squidward to know when he was playing his clarinet, but he also hired the doctor to come and embarrass Squidward.
Yeah, we're with the pet hospital down the street. Pet hospital down the street.
We have never seen a pet hospital in Bikini Bottom.
Right.
We've only ever seen just the regular Bikini Bottom hospital. We've seen this purple doctorfish before, but once again,
Thanks.
he's never worked at a pet hospital. We've only ever seen him at the regular general hospital.
Well, Mr. SquarePants, it seems you have the suds. Ready for your treatment?
That boy is a zombie. That boy is a Call of Duty zombie. Fuck you talking about?
Then there's this green fish behind him, and we've only ever seen him as one of the many identical paramedics that work at the Bikini Bottom hospital. We even see him at the end of the episode to take Squilliam away after fainting. So it is
Them niggas
very
sick.
likely that Squilliam hired these two and told them to pretend like they're from a pet hospital just to humiliate Squidward. But this is just the start of Squilliam's elaborate lies. Evidence number 2, the Bubble Bowl. In the same episode, Squilliam also says,
I'm the leader of a big fancy band now, and we're supposed to play the Bubble Bowl next week.
Here's another thing too, bruh. Here's another thing. This is why I say this dude is soft as hell, and he's really sad, bro. Another conspiracy, my boy. If you so much better than somebody, like he talking all this shit to Squidward. If you feel like you so much better than him and you wear this a tight ass shirt and shit like that, boy, who the fuck you think you is? Hugh Hefner, ugly ass boy. I'm finna get on your shit, boy. Damn. Tight ass shirt, boy. You wear a bathrobe everywhere, boy. You ain't getting away with this. We gonna flame you before this video is over, bro. We definitely gonna flame you, but not right now. I'm just saying, if you gotta call somebody up and you gotta be like, hey, my boy, I'm doing so much better than you. 9 times out of 10, you're probably not doing that much better. Even if you are doing better, you're still hurting because you're still worried about somebody that's quote, quote, not doing as better as you, bro.
The problem is, I'm busy next week and can't make it. So I was hoping you and your band could cover for
Right on, my
us.
boy.
but we've never seen Squilliam's band before, and despite claiming he's too busy to make it to the Bubble Bowl, he still shows up at the end to watch Squidward's band. So both his excuse and probably his band were made up to pressure Squidward into humiliating himself at the Bubble Bowl.
Damn.
Evidence number 3, Squilliam's Friends.
This nigga
In
taking him
season
to
3,
trial.
episode 8, Squilliam returns. Squidward leaves for work and conveniently bumps into Squilliam and all of his fancy friends, despite Squilliam not seeming like the kind of guy that would come near the Krusty Krab. He and his friends make fun of Squidward for working as a cashier.
Man, never, bro, don't ever feel ashamed that you working. Don't ever feel ashamed that you working and you got, man, that boy Squidward got a whole house. He got a whole house. This boy live in a face. Live in one of the, this boy got a national monument for a house, boy. Stonehenge, boy. Shit, probably basement is a torso. But I'm just saying, but this man got a whole house. He got a job. He a cashier. He gotta be getting paid decent because look, you got a house, bruh. You got a big ass house. They got 2 floors. But come on, man. I mean, he always there. And then at the end of the day, you practicing your passion at home, you know what I'm saying? Playing this clarinet, my boy. And man, look, you ain't gotta hide from nobody, boy. I'd have been like, boy, get your ugly ass, boy. Look like your name is Jeffrey, boy.
Hold it. Don't tell me. You're a cashier. Don't lie. Lying always makes it worse.
But I believe that this encounter was
Right.
planned out by Squilliam in advance, and he hired all of those people to...
I mean, like, look at this bitch in the corner. Like, that old ass. Y'all see the girl in the corner that with the fish, with the goddamn, what the fuck is that, boy? A piece of mustard, a squirt of mustard on your head, boy.
Take a look at Squilliam's friends. They're all nicely dressed. You kind of get the sense that they're fancy, high-status members of
Not
Bikini
really.
Bottom, but they aren't. This is more like what the fancy rich people in Bikini Bottom look like.
Facts.
These are just some regular Bikini Bottom citizens. Most of them usually don't even wear nice clothes like this. And most of them are regulars at the Krusty Krab and
They
would
ain't got
already
no
know
shirt.
Squidward as a cashier.
My daddy doesn't have enough slime!
These are not the type of people Squilliam would hang out with. I mean, why would Squilliam be hanging out with one of Pearl's teenage friends? At the end of the
Look at
episode,
that.
Squilliam even admits to his whole life being fake.
I made everything up about my life. I have no yachts, jets, or anything. I was only trying to impress you.
This nigga want to be Andrew Tate so bad, boy. Crying and shit.
And then, of course, he quickly says he's just kidding.
Is that true? Of course not. I'm filthy stinking rich.
But was he kidding?
Nah.
I mean, obviously he's rich, but Is there a nugget of truth in there? 7, Episode 6, Squidward has to pick up trash for community service, and Squilliam once again conveniently bumps into him and reveals he's cleaned up so much trash that the city actually built a statue of him.
Maybe if you clean up...
Boy, well, I'll tell you one thing. You missed the spot. No, boy, you are trash, boy, nasty ass.
Bikini Bottom, they'll build a statue of you. Oh, wait! They've already built one of me! I cleaned up all of Bikini Bottom in only
That's
one
really
week.
Squidward.
I believe that once again, this encounter was staged by Squilliam, and he actually paid to get that statue built. As Squilliam tells Squidward about the statue, a female fish admires it and says,
Bless you, Squilliam Fancyson. Bless you.
but if you remember, this is one of those friends Squilliam likely paid, making her whole comment feel very fake. By the end of the episode, Squilliam's statue gets destroyed. A police officer approaches and they have this exchange.
This is your statue?
It was.
Squilliam admits that it's his statue, not the city's. And why else would the officer give him specifically a ticket if it was city property? Evidence number 5, the concert. In Season 6, Episode 17, Squidward watches Squilliam play the clarinet at a big fancy concert. He receives a standing ovation, causing Squidward to leave angrily. But I believe this entire concert is a scam. Not only has the audience been paid to cheer, but Squilliam never even touches his instrument. Once again, many of the audience members were part of Squilliam's quote-unquote friends, but we also never actually see Squilliam play the clarinet. The episode opens right after he's finished his performance with the audience cheering, and one member of the audience says,
He's such a great musician. He doesn't even have to touch an instrument to be brilliant.
Maybe the real reason Squidward leaves so angrily is because the audience cheered for Squilliam even though he never even touched his clarinet. Maybe Squilliam is just as bad as Squidward at the clarinet and he's trying to hide it. Squilliam has gone to some pretty extreme lengths just to humiliate Squidward, but nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to what he does next.
I mean, but look, bro, that's sad. Like I keep saying, bro, you gotta do all of that. You gotta go all the way out your way to just try to make somebody look bad, but you've been making yourself look bad. You like, imagine how much money you spent, just, even if you're rich, how much money you gonna spend to try to make somebody else look bad just to make yourself look good? Why do you care so much? Why do you care about what Squidward thinks so much, bro? And unless you think that he's better than you. Deep down inside, Squidward works harder than you. Deep down inside, Squidward works harder than you. Yeah. And Squidward has people that love him. He might not always like SpongeBob, but you know what I'm saying? SpongeBob love that man. You know what I'm saying? Patrick, too. He got neighbors that appreciate him. You know what I mean?
Same episode, after Squidward leaves the concert, he's approached by the headmistress of the Bikini Bottom prestigious music college.
Aren't you the esteemed Squilliam Fancyson III, who we all came here to see perform tonight?
She mistakes him for Squilliam and offers him a position as a professor. Squidward pretends to be Squilliam and teaches a class, only for the police to burst in and arrest him, all while he's being filmed on live TV. And I believe that this is Squilliam's most elaborate and most expensive scheme to destroy Squidward both publicly and legally. This encounter where Squidward gets offered a job is already suspiciously convenient, but listen closely to their exchange.
I'm Squilliam Fancyson.
But didn't you just say a minute ago that your name was Squidward Q Tentacles?
It is. No, I mean, no, I didn't.
That's a relief. I mean, what kind of a moron would go to their worst enemy's music recital?
I want some Krabby Patties too.
Would go to their own enemy's music recital. How does she know that Squidward and Squilliam are enemies? If she knew who Squidward was, then why didn't she recognize
Look like your name is Beth, stupid ass.
him? Why would she mistake him for Squilliam?
She got
This
that
feels
Mario
way too
haircut,
much like
boy.
she was hired by Squilliam to set a trap for Squidward. And if that's not enough, the headmistress's associate is literally just a guy from the paid audience wearing a disguise. He just threw on some glasses to seem smart. Squilliam knew that Squidward couldn't resist the
Nah, you just racist towards those fish. You just racist. You trying to say all those fish look alike. That's what you were trying. All right, man. Look, we've uncovered the mystery. He's a fish racist, a fishes nasty ass boy.
the opportunity to teach
Betty
a music
White,
class,
I'm all
even if it meant breaking the law.
My very own music class.
Then we get to the Bikini Bottom prestigious music college, and right off the bat, there's something very fishy about this place.
Right.
The building itself is very green and grimy.
Right, look
It has
like
a
it
very
sell
cheap
meat.
metal look. Nothing about this says prestigious, except for the big sign on top, which feels like the only new thing about this building. I think there is a very good chance that Squilliam just bought some old warehouse, then stuck a sign and some paint on it to disguise it as a college. I mean, look at these other schools in Bikini Bottom. They all have a very nice structure and a paint job, but this prestigious music college looks like a dumpster. Going into the classroom, not only does it have another one of Squilliams' friends, but if this is such a prestigious college, how did SpongeBob and Patrick get in here?
Would you two numbskulls mind telling me what you're doing in music class anyway?
Sure. Patrick's New Year's resolution was to learn to play an instrument.
They say it was their New Year's resolution to take a music class, but you'd think it'd be harder for them to get into an esteemed music school if they just decided to go to it on a whim. Seems like they're just letting in anyone to sell this ruse. Then, both the police, Squilliam and the headmistress, and a live news broadcast show up at the same time to arrest Squidward for impersonating Squilliam. If the extremely coincidental fact that all of these people suddenly showed up at the same time isn't enough for you to believe that Squilliam set it all up, I've got something that's going to blow your mind. Squilliam literally has the police working for him.
Squidward cute tentacles, I'm placing you under arrest for impersonating a genius.
If that doesn't sound like he's been paid off, I don't know what does. The lengths that Squilliam goes to...
But I just can't believe this, bro. I really can't, bro. I honestly, I just want to say, for all the people out there that are straight evil like this, bro, you want to destroy this man's character so bad, bro. And all you did was look like a jackass in the end, bro. You spilled your guts to Squidward. I said Squidward. Words. Those words. These words. Dictionary. Dick. With your motherfucking nose shaped like, boy, I'm finna get on your shit, ugly ass boy.
The lengths that Squilliam goes to humiliate Squidward are insane. He literally builds statues and entire buildings just to make Squidward feel inferior. But why? Why would anyone go so far to embarrass an old high school band classmate? What happened between them? What could have caused this extreme level of dedication? Well, unfortunately, we never really get much information on their past. I've spent hours reading through the SpongeBob Wikipedia and looking at old episodes, and there really just isn't any clues that would explain their weird relationship. I guess we can't solve everything, but either way, that's my theory. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time.
Uh-oh.
Wait a second. Season 6, Episode 5, Slide Whistle Stooges.
Hey, it got serious as hell for just a second, boy. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought it was off. Then I'm like, wait a minute, boy. He's supposed to wait a second.
Just a normal episode where SpongeBob and Patrick annoy Squidward. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Except I have one question about this episode. Why does Squidward have Squilliam's robe? That is clearly not the purple robe he usually wears. That is Squilliam Fancyson III's robe. Why would Squidward have this? Unless they were more than just classmates.
Oh no, they were getting freaky! No!
Dating?
Yeah.
No way. That's not possible. There's no evidence to support that.
That probably is it.
Right?
Don't be intimidated, Squidward.
Whoa!
Try to imagine him in his underwear.
Oh no, he's hot!
No, he can't be.
I mean, what kind of a moron would go to their worst enemy's music recital?
It's been right in front of us this whole time.
Our sources last saw Evil harassing teenagers up at Makeout Rave.
Makeout Rave. Good time.
Voted most likely to suck eggs in high school.
Holy
Wait, sir, what? Wow, bro. Alex, that was great. That was great. Don't know what to say, my boys. That boy said he used to suck eggs in high school. No, boy, golly, boy. Anyways, I don't know, man. That was, at first I thought everything was cool. I'm like, oh man, Squilliam just a hater. Why would you go out your way to hate all this extra shit? Then they dropped the bombshell, boy. The bombshell is, boy, that nose was used for a lot of other things, if you understand what I'm saying, my boy. It was sniffing something else, boy. Oh, hell no, boy. Jeez, bro. Hey, I just read a comment. I'm not even gonna read it out loud, but that's hilarious, bro. Man, look, y'all. I appreciate y'all checking out. For everybody that's checking out on YouTube, man, make sure you hit that like button and go down below and subscribe to your boy. If you want to see more of these SpongeBob conspiracies, man, just let your boy know. And the best way for you to do that is by going and subscribing, and then also, you know, just do your boy a favor. Hit the like on the video, boy. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, my boys.